for, almost begging for. This is our flock tree. Now you'll see a few during the year, but what we wanted to do was to bring you something that was truly, truly charming. Just a few short years ago, and I was blessed to be the first host to be able to present these, we all know Hallmark. It's the same Hallmark. It's iconic, like
over a century.
Yeah, the Saturday Evening Post and Rockwell drawings. This is a beautifully handcrafted tree. And I get to introduce you to the very special lady who brings it to us. How are you? Welcome back.
See you.
This is so nice.
Thank you.
And you wore white. Yeah, winter white.
We look like we planned this, didn't we?
I look like a butler. That's, a lot of people didn't realize that Hallmark makes Christmas trees.
Absolutely. You know, it is so important for us and you to surround yourself with family and friends at Christmas. So we wanted to bring you the most magical Christmas tree so you can continue those traditions and of course start new ones.
Yeah, this is Kim Probst. And she is the brand ambassador for Hallmark. We have different sizes of trees. We've got 5 foot, you've got the multicolor, here's the clear.
Right.
We have a 6.5 foot, we have a 7.5 foot, which is a standard for most ceilings that are 8 feet. Now in that 7.5 foot, I think we're out of the white, aren't we?
We are, yes, we don't have the clear in the 6.5 and the 7.5.
But we do have the multicolor.
We have the multi, so I mean, you can see it's just as stunning, absolutely.
It is, and this is the part that I want to tell you. If you wait until December, if you are looking for a 9-foot tree and you want a flocked 9-foot tree, this is the way to go.
Absolutely.
First of all, let's talk about the pink elephant in the room.
Okay.
I remember flocked Christmas trees.
It's not your grandma's flock tree, I promise you. This is not that tree of the 70s.
I remember that old one in the 70s where the Christmas tree was beautiful and you stood back and you watched the flocking fall to the ground to a pile.
Half of it was on the walk outside of the garage.
Yeah. That's not
well,
what
you're not going to have
is.
to worry about this. This is drenched in flocking, but as you can see, I'm touching this, nothing's coming off. So, I mean, when you get it and first delivered, you want to take it, maybe shake it off, or you can get
and there's going to be a little bit, but nowhere near what you would have thought. And it's done by hand. Now look, elements like real pine cones.
Absolutely.
They flocked the tree after they lit it.
Exactly. So we want to put
gives
in
it a softness.
Absolutely. We want to put in the most natural, beautiful elements. It feels like it was just chopped down in the forest, right?
Yeah.
And then in traditional Hallmark style, we take the most quintessential tree and we want to layer it with all our innovation. So you'd mentioned these real pine cones that are wired in. And then also look at these beautiful berries. They have an iridescent sparkle and a glow to them. So they really add
like
that extra
pearl.
Special. Exactly. And so when you put this tree on display, it's really like your white canvas. All great works of art start with a white canvas, right?
Good. Yep.
And then you layer in these beautiful, either the multicolor lights or the clear lights. And not only it's gorgeous, it's so easy to put together.
And we're gonna set one up for you. Now, again, a flock tree is several additional steps in the manufacturing, all done by hand. And I had to write these numbers down because it's impressive. On the 5-foot tree, there's 250 lights. If we step up to the 6.5-foot tree, which you have over there, it's 4 times as much.
Right.
500 lights. The 7.5-foot tree is 600, and that 9-foot tree has 900 incandescent lights on it. They're real lights.
Right, and these are
They're
what
not
we call
LEDs.
SureBright technology. What's special about that is all these lights are wired in. It's one set of lights wired in. You're not going to have to worry about all those strings and all those cords. And because it's SureBright, if one bulb goes out, no problem. They all stay lit.
By the way, that is sanity. And also something that is very unique is right here.
The topper cord.
Very few, and I do mean very few, pre-lit artificial Christmas trees have a plug up here at the top for you to plug your favorite angel, your Santa, your star into the top. In fact, right now, they are the only ones here at QVC who have that feature.
Right.
So you want to assemble a Christmas tree?
Let's do it. Let's start with this right here. So this is 5 foot, and you know, I'm 5'7", and if I can assemble it with heels, anybody could do this, right? So we're good to go. So 5 foot comes in 2 pieces, and see how it just falls beautifully down when you take it apart.
Now wait a minute, but you didn't unplug any wires.
No, unsnapping, nothing. You just pull that out. It's called quick set technology. It's 360 degrees. So when we put it back together, that's how simple it's going to be. I'm going to lay that down.
Now by the way, I want you to look at how minimal the flocking is that comes off of that tree.
See See how that falls right down there?
Yep.
And this is one cord tree.
That's nice.
Right here, the first piece starts with
a
the
foot pedal.
Look at that, foot pedal. I'm not having to crawl under my tree and get it reset. We've done it all for you, I promise you.
For decades,
right?
The last thing that my poor wife has seen before headed to bed
no more fights for you.
is my rear end sticking out from underneath the tree because I'm trying to unplug it from the wall.
I love it. So we start with the stand here, and how simple is this? It's just got one button right here.
Right.
And when you push that button, it collapses.
Heavy duty steel
no
construction.
toolbox, right? Snaps right into place. Rubber stands on the bottom so it's not going to slide around.
Nice.
We start with the first piece, and this has 2 sections. Now you're 6.5 and 7.5, and they're going to have 3 sections.
Right, but
then,
the heaviest section is still
right,
less than
that's
25
it.
pounds.
Exactly, and then here's where the magic happens. We talked about the quick set technology, so all your electrical components are right here. That's it. When I put this in, 360-degree rotation. I don't have to snap it in. That's it. Pop it down.
And it
boom.
lights.
Then you put your little topper, your cord, put your angel, your star, whatever makes you happy. And that's it.
Now, there are also, with each one of these trees, it's a minimum of 20, and it adds up as we get into the bigger trees, are these wonderful Hallmark card holders.
Right.
Which, what a perfect way to display your Christmas cards.
Right. We call these display branches. It's about a 4-inch branch, and it has a little spring on the end. So you simply can place this on your tree anywhere you want, any space.
I think these are adorable.
What a great idea for put your Hallmark cards when you get them in the mail. Your beautiful, how about family photographs? How about the child's Christmas list from Santa?
Nice.
You know, what a great fun way to make it your own. And at Hallmark, that's what it's all about. We want this tree to be really the centerpiece and the core of what you do. This is an enchanting tree. It is magical, and it really is where you start all your family traditions and create new ones.
Hallmark started bringing trees to us just a few short years ago. They are extraordinarily affordably priced. I want to break that down. Here's your 5-foot tree, and that 5-foot tree is going to come to you at $250. Flocked. That tree, sale priced, is $139. $139. That's the type of prices that you usually get at the box stores late in November when things are sold out. $199 is the 6.5-foot tree. The 7.5-foot tree is on sale for under $300, and very rarely can you find this quality of tree at under $400. That's a $745 tree on sale for $389. And today everything in this 2-hour show has 5 easy pay payments.
Can't beat it.
Yeah, Kim, and the flocking really, it takes you back.
It really, and it's almost nostalgic, but it feels so on trend and new as well.
Yeah.
You know, and if you notice the multicolor lights, this actually comes with 5 colorways. So you're seeing the blue, the yellow, the green, the pink, and exclusive to QVC, and you won't find this colorway anywhere else, is the magenta.
Okay.
So when you put all your ornaments, all those different colors and ornaments really come to life. So it's really a fun way to introduce a great new color. And if you love the 5-foot, I mean, raise your hand. We're decorating with multiple trees in our house
and
now,
a lot
right?
of people are taking, like my father. My father celebrated, he's a 90-something.
Oh, wow.
I told him the number on the air the other day, and he called me and chewed me out.
You gave the wrong number, I'm guessing.
No, I gave the right number.
Okay.
He goes, numbers don't matter.
Okay.
So he's in his 90s, just celebrated his birthday a couple days ago. His tree is a 5-foot tree that's put on a table.
I love it.
So he still gets the grandeur that looks of like this size.
Well, it does. It lifts it right up.
But it's easier.
Exactly. And I can see this in a kid's room. A lot of theme trees are really popular right now.
Okay.
And, you know, kids can decorate their own. I've seen them flanked on either side of a fireplace. It looks very regal and majestic. So that's a fun way. And like you said, retirement center or apartment. And then
I've always liked that flocking.
Exactly.
But quite frankly, avoided it because of what I remembered from Grandma's tree.
You know, when you get it in the mail, you're going to want to take it out in the driveway, 15 seconds. You're going to have some settling.
But
look at this.
Look at this.
Nothing's coming off. This is...
That to me is so impressive.
Right.
This is a top find here at QVC. When the flocking is done properly, and it's all done by hand, this flocking does not come off.
Right. Isn't that great? I love it. It's so majestic and magical. You know, at Hallmark, we've been around for over a century, and we want to create those magical moments for your family. And the tree really kind of is that centerpiece and that core of everything we do at Christmas.
It is.
So we've got to do it big. We've got to do it right. And in Hallmark fashion, you're used to getting the very best. I think you've heard that phrase before, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we want to make sure, in terms of craftsmanship, quality, and design, we want to hit it out of the park.
And they did it at a sale price. Now, what we have in inventory is all we can get. We have already had in the 6.5 foot tree and in the 7.5 foot tree in white, both of those have sold out. I can't get them back in at all until potentially Christmas in July for 2018.
Right. I mean, Thanksgiving is going to be knocking on our door really soon, so we want to plan ahead and get the flock tree now while you can.
Kim, the first 6 months of this year flew by.
It's always, and the older you get, I'm telling you, it doesn't slow down.
Oh, you're talking to the old guy
Okay,
here.
right?
I got a few years on you. Look at that. And just sometimes the simplest,
doesn't it look
almost
like
spark decorating
we chopped
is
it down?
So truly effective to create that mood of
yeah, and you can see
Christmas.
that video. We've got this is a 1-cord tree, so you're taking all the headaches out of all those extra cords. We have a quick set technology. Those lights just pop on. You're not having to match things up or line up any holes. You're just popping that tree in, and we're even going to give you those white gloves so you can zhuzh your tree.
Nice.
And one thing I want to point out as she's moving that, this has memory wire. And what that means is when you create the look you want, it's going to stay in place and remember year after year how you wanted it to look. It's got a heavy gauge wire in there, and it's called memory wire.
Which, by the way, is very expensive. The difference between a fine Christmas tree and a cheap Christmas tree is so easy to spot. Look at this tree.
Look at that.
It's not anorexic. It doesn't have bare spots on it.
I mean, you can stand behind it and you can't see the bottom part.
But it's not a wide tree in terms of how much floor space it takes up. It gives you all that impact, and it does it in a beautiful footprint.
Well, you had mentioned the width. These range anywhere from 32 inches to the 54 in the back.
Right.
I feel like that's just the Goldilocks size. You still have that grandeur of that beautiful tree, but it's not taking up half your room.
You're not moving half the furniture
exactly.
out. I'm surprised we even have 9-footers left.
Isn't it gorgeous?
That to get a 9-foot flocked Christmas tree, that Christmas tree at retail is well over $700.
Easily.
And let me put the prices back up on the screen, because these are Christmas in July sale prices that go away when we come to the end of this month or when the inventory is exhausted. That 5-foot tree sells for $250. We're at $139. And today, because everything has 5 easy pay payments in this 2-hour show, it's payments of $23.16. The 6.5 footer should be just under $400. We're less than half of that. We're at $199. Those are payments of $33.16. The 7.5 foot, which is the most popular, that's in multicolor only now, $489 price tag normally at $279, and $389 for a 9-foot hand flock tree. There is a few dozen in that 9-foot, and then they're gone, and we may not be able to get them back even next year.
And you know what? It's so easy to put together. And we've got a few minutes. Why don't I show you again how simple this is? So the 5-foot's going to come in 2 pieces, the 6.5, 7.5, and 3, and the big guy in the back, 4 pieces, 2 boxes. So with our quick set technology, I'm going to pop this off, and you're going to want to store this in a cool, dry place.
That's the greatest innovation
How
on
easy
Christmas.
is that?
I remember setting up Christmas trees before where we sold them. They came with power strips because you had so many plugs you had to plug in.
Not anymore. This is where the magic happens. Look at that easy stand, easily collapsible with just one button push right here. You're just going to push that. It collapses when you put it away.
Right.
And then you're going to open it up. Boom, that's it. No toolbox. And then the first piece just pops right in. With the 1 cord and the foot pedal, I can turn it on and off. You can see how simple that is.
Foot pedal's a nice touch.
Love it, love it.
It's convenient.
And then the top piece, and this again is where all the electrical components are. This is the power source.
It's right here.
Exactly.
No plugs to worry about.
And it has 360-degree connectivity.
That's a Hallmark exclusive. Watch. The second they make contact, it lights up.
And that's it. And that's all. La, right? I didn't even do that much work.
It used to be that setting up the Christmas tree, and that is supposed to be the focal point of your entire family's holiday.
Right, we want to do it right.
But it was the focal point of the most frustration. It was Dad.
And it's a couple days, you gotta wait for the things to fall and all that. But let's have the most beautiful, magical tree that looks like we just chopped it down from the forest. It is drenched in flocking that's not gonna end up all over the floor. And you get those beautiful natural elements weaved in, like the real pine cones that are wired in, like the beautiful iridescent berries that sparkle. And when those lights are shining, it comes to life.
Kim, again, I like that they did the flocking after the lights were put on the tree.
Right.
It does look like it just snowed. And this, I can't minimize that. This is such a simple thing, but it is absolutely unique. To have a plug up here at the top of the tree so that now you have a place to plug in your angel, your star, your Santa. These are the only trees we currently have in inventory that have that feature. And you would